I'm Elena and welcome back to my channel, Elena's Knits. Today is the last day of February, so that means it's the last day of the February Knitting Challenge from the Canadian Cancer Society. And honestly, I think this was such a good idea on their part. I have been successful in my part of this challenge. I've knit every day, and I just looked up my fundraising page, and my initial goal had been $350 to raise, and thanks to all of my friends and family who supported me, I got up to $495. So that was really, I'm really chuffed. So in total, the Canadian Cancer Society raised $908,389 over the month of February. And there were 3,694 knitters taking part. So that's like an average of 245 raised per person, which is fantastic. Yeah, so I'm really happy that I could take part in this. And happy where it took me. I'm happy that, the idea to start this channel to provide my proof of knitting came, and my family supported me. So yeah, it's been a really positive thing. Now I'll move on to what I'm wearing. So the only knitted garment I'm wearing right now is the Sophie scarf. So this was my one knit. I think it was it Sandnes Garn Sunday and the merino silk, and in the sky blue color that was left over from the sweater I was wearing last week. So that's what I'm wearing today. And right now I'm knitting on my Freyr sweater. I've done a lot of knitting on this week. Here, I'll show you what I've done. So I think last week I had started on my neck. So now, like, it looks a little bit more fully formed. My circular needle is a bit small compared to the width of what I'm knitting, so it's still hard to see, but yeah, the neck turned out really well. There are a couple places where when I was picking up, I think I picked up too close to the edge, so it's a little bit bumpy, but I'm hoping that, I don't know, either with just blocking or maybe with some creative embroidery, I can tidy that up. But what I was doing to knit the ribbing in a more tidy manner, the combination continental ribbing worked so well. It looks so much tidier than any 2x2 ribbing I've ever done before. And then I also looked up how to do a tubular bind off for 2x2 rib, and I think that worked out really well too. So I think the whole thing looks really tidy. The neck looks maybe a little closer than some of the ones I've seen on Ravelry in people's projects, but I tried it on over my head. It goes over easily, and it sits nicely around my neck, not too wide. Looks good. So right now I've gone back to the body, and so I'm still knitting. Well, I've finished the bulk of the raglan increases, and now I'm just doing some increases, mostly at the front and back at the arm edge, and then in actually I think just one or two more rows I'll be separating the sleeves off from the body, and then once I do that tentatively, so I put the sleeves on some waste yarn, I'm gonna get a lifeline out and I'm gonna try this on and see if it's fitting, or so right now I'm knitting the size 5, and maybe I'll want to go up to a 6, at least for the bust, and then maybe go back down to a 5 for the rest of the body. But yeah, I'm really happy. This yarn is so interesting It's the Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in Poppy Blue. It's extremely lightweight. Occasionally my needle will split some of the threads, and it's like, it feels a little dry, but knitted up, it's just like, ooh, it's gorgeous. So I think it's gonna feel so nice on. It's gonna drape really well. The bigger it gets, the more I'm loving it, because I get a better sense of the drape. So yeah, I think this is gonna be something I really enjoy wearing this summer. The other thing I've been knitting on this week is my Sophie scarf in the Handmaiden silk cashmere. So right now I'm knitting on I don't have my bifocals. I left them at the gym. So I think this is a 2.75 millimeter needle. It's so funny. So I think I did this the first time I started knitting this as well, but when I pulled this out of my bag to rip out and restart, I thought, maybe that's a bit tight. So I'll knit it on a bigger needle. So I think I went up to like a 3.25 or something like that, or 3.5 even. And then it looked so messy. When I started knitting it up, I got like, I don't know, 4 increases in, and I did not like the way it looked. So I ripped it out again and I went back to 2.75, and yeah, I think it's gonna be just the right amount of drapey. Yeah, I was telling my sister that after I filmed last week's video, I woke up in the night and I was like, is it gonna be too drapey? And yeah, so I think knitting it on a bit of a smaller needle will help, like just be the right texture. And this is so soft, and the color is still so beautiful. I had it at a friend's house today and they described it as golden mustard. So yeah, let's say honey mustard? I don't know. Anyways, it's really beautiful, so nice to touch. Can't wait to have it around my neck. But that's all I've been knitting on this week. I noticed last week that when I uploaded my video, that each week's video has gotten longer and longer. I think I'm gonna reverse that trend today. I think this is gonna be a shorter video. One thing I have been thinking about is, do I wanna upload videos weekly still, or do I wanna do it bi-weekly? Because knitting, like for me anyways, it's really slow. And yeah, I feel like it might get boring to be just saying, oh, I'm still working on this, still working on that. But I think if I went to bi-weekly, which was my other thought, I think I would lose momentum and then I would probably never upload. So I'll try to keep going weekly, but every once in a while I might do it bi-weekly, and I'll try and let you know in advance. But you might want to subscribe if you haven't already done that, so that you don't miss any videos if they start coming a little bit less frequently. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me again today and for being on this journey with me. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, bye-bye.